I think we've got 3 deaths that we are investigating, and whether or not they were caused by this storm, we don't want any others.
Breaking news here at noon. Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear moments ago said 3 deaths may be connected to this weekend's winter storm, one possibly related to using a generator for warmth. He did not specify where their deaths happened, though investigations are underway in each of those cases. The governor gave an update this morning on the state's emergency response after we saw some 5 to 12 inches of snowfall across the state and more than an inch of ice in others. The governor wants you to limit your travel today to allow space for road crews to work. The hardest hit counties were Barron, Pulaski, Allen, and Monroe. The state experienced a total of more than 73,000 outages yesterday, but about a third are back on today. And with some areas in the state seeing wind chills in the negatives, the governor gave his warning to those who are still without power.
I want you to be prepared. I would just assume it's at least going to be a day, that we hope to get you back up faster than that, but you need to know where your warming center is. And if you can't make it through another day, make sure you go to that warming center. We want you to be safe.
Kentucky has at least 130 warming centers open. For a full list of them, you can visit kym.ky.gov. 5.9 inches of snow across the metro. That's the current total from the National Weather Service. You can see that time lapse just outside of our station here on Chestnut Street. From Saturday into Sunday, became a ghost town over the weekend. Roads were treated several times over, but overall, you can see the snow just covered into the morning, even here on this Monday. Thanks so much for joining us on this very frigid Monday afternoon.
Absolutely.
I'm Brooke Hash, joined by meteorologist Matthew Willoughby, who has been tracking these sub-zero wind chills across the area. We were at it all weekend long.
Yep.
So the snow, for the most part, I mean, it's here, not going to leave, but it's a temperature factor.
Yeah, it's definitely the temperatures outside. After, snow is now gone, I mean, it's kind of temperatures over the next 7 days below freezing.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Not 31 degrees, we're talking 0.
Yes, talking 0 degrees, and even some areas that's below 0 going towards, especially the next few overnight. So looking outside, looks can definitely be deceiving. We're seeing some nice sunshine for us this afternoon, but temperatures extremely cold. We're talking 11 degrees here in Louisville. Out in Paoli, it's 5 degrees. Mitchell at 6 degrees, and I know we still have some power outages, especially with the freezing rain and sleet they had. So it is definitely going to be key that you stay warm and find those warming centers across Kentucky. Overall, Elizabethtown at 12 degrees, Hodgenville at 10 degrees, even Litchfield at 8 degrees this afternoon. Feel like temperatures, it's even colder outside. In Louisville, it feels like 5 below right now. Paoli is at 12 below. And we're not getting any better really over the next several days as temperatures continue to stay dangerously cold. To really recap the winter storm that we saw this past weekend, the places where we saw the most snow include Seymour, which had 14 inches of snowfall. Orange County, Indiana, we had 11.5. Campbellsburg had 10 inches of snowfall. Right here at Louisville International Airport, well, we had just under 6 inches of snowfall. Brandenburg had 6 inches of snowfall as well. Give you a look at some of those roadways. Starting to see some improvements, especially on those interstates and highways, especially along the Lewis and Clark Bridge. Same case around I-65 at Lebanon Junction and around Hospital Curve on I-65. Starting to see some improvements, especially on those interstates. Some of those roads and neighborhoods will still be snow covered for this morning as they begin to get to some of those side streets. So just be aware and give them extra time. Really widen the picture out and show you where this snowstorm is now. It's really off to the northeast as it makes its way and exit off to the Atlantic. Overall, we still have some cold temperatures ahead for us, so that's why we do have a cold weather advisory in store for us until Tuesday morning. I'll be telling you how cold it'll get in just a few minutes. Back over to you, Brooke.
When we talk about that cold, we want you to know that there is a list of some shelters and warming centers open right now in the metro. 4 Louisville libraries are among them. That's at the Newburgh Library, the Western Library, Southwest Regional, and the St. Matthews Library, all open today until 5 o'clock. Additionally, Bridges of Hope and the Shawnee Neighborhood Place will open until 4. And if you are planning on traveling today, here are some tips and items to keep in your car in case of an emergency. First, of course, keep your gas tank full. In case you get stuck on the road longer than planned, be sure to have jumper cables, a first aid kit, a charger and flashlight. flares, snacks, and water. And don't forget items to stay warm: your boots, your mittens, hats, even a blanket, and a snow shovel. Metro snow teams are working nonstop to keep the streets as clear as possible, with 70 trucks, 60 from Louisville and 10 contracted out. Roughly 200 snow team members have been on the ground. The focus now turns to refreezing and icy road conditions. Last night, the mayor said the best way you can help is to stay home.
And I'd like to encourage employers across the entire community to be flexible with your employees for tomorrow, on Monday. And having folks off the road on Monday is going to be helpful to our recovery efforts, and it will be safest for employees, for our entire community.
The mayor is keeping Metro workers home today, some working from home. He's expected to give an update on the city's progress in the next hour. Hardin County was one of the places in Kentucky hit hardest by ice. Our Clary Shaley's been there all weekend checking in with residents.
Icy and snowy roadways are throughout Hardin County, but that doesn't mean people don't stop and help out where they can. First responders help get people unstuck, but even sometimes they need help.
We had to get a EMS truck and ambulance unstuck today because it was stuck and couldn't get where it needed to go.
Many businesses are closed for the day, but work still needs to be done, like at Slim Chicken's restaurant in Elizabethtown.
Sunday morning is inventory day, so I had to go in and do the inventory and do all the numbers and stuff. And since I was there, I did some extra cleaning and stuff to occupy my time.
You guys open?
No, ma'am. I was the only one there all day.
And people need places to stay, and they find rooms at the Baymont by Wyndham Hotel in Elizabethtown.
A couple last night, unfortunately, their vehicles were total, and it makes it bad. The rent-a-car companies are closed, so they can't get cars to go to their destinations to follow, this week. So it's a little rough for the guys.
As plows continue to work, ice keeps proving to be a problem.
We saw that the roads pretty much across the whole county were in pretty bad shape and very dangerous for people to be on.
That's why Judge Executive Keith Tall closed all county government offices for Monday to give crews time to get the roads clear. In some places, it's double time on all hands on deck, like at the Baptist Health Clinic in Sonora.
Snore's looking pretty slick, but we're doing good. We've cleaned up a lot. We had from 5 to 6 inches of snow and then about a 3/4 inch of ice or so on top of that.
Friends and family coming together to clear out essential services like local health care.
Clary Shaley, WHAS11 on your side.